You wouldn't think so, but you're looking at the NHL's leading goal scorer since the beginning of last season. That's right, Reinhart has outscored superstars like Matthews, McDavid, and MacKinnon. While he may not have top-end speed or the hardest shot, his elite hockey IQ has made him incredibly effective. In today's video, we'll analyze the specific strategies Rhino has used to elevate his game and become a top-end goal scorer. To score goals, your team must first have possession of the puck. And while Rhino is skilled at anticipating the play, putting himself in positions for loose pucks and steals, his first touch is where he really excels. We've all seen some crazy pass receivals over the years, and even this insane tip into space by Kucherov, but Reinhart is taking things to the next level. Watch how he softly receives the puck while pulling it away from the poke check at the same time. On this one, Brown loses the puck because he can't do what Rhino does, and then seconds later, Sam does a suckback receival on the backhand nonetheless. To understand spacing, he's constantly shoulder checking to see where the pressure is coming from. This allows him to change his skating direction and also know where to direct the puck upon first contact. When you lack top-end speed, these subtle movements can make the difference between finding space and being closed off. Reinhart can play unconventional too. Check out this incredible one-touch hook pass he made in the neutral zone to Spring Barkov. Yes, Bedard might have started this trend of turning over the blade and using the top to suck back the puck, but the presence to know Barkov was behind him is unbelievable. Now, all these examples show Rhino's brilliance on how to take a first touch, but what about when to take it? If we take a closer look at this extra time snipe, we could see that if Reinhart receives the puck immediately, this play is absolutely dead. Dahlin is on his back, and Peterka would also be in position to make a play. Instead, he purposely fades away from Peterka and through Dahlin's hands parallel with the puck. A quarter of a second later, and he collects and shoots in one motion, with Dahlin gone and out of Peterka's reach. Here's another example, again in OT. Watch Samson not try to bat this puck out of midair. It's tempting, but he decides not to, knowing the bounce off the boards will actually put this puck in a more favorable position for him. Yes, high-skilled players can catch every pass, good or bad, but high IQ players like Reinhart understand there are a variety of options to receive a puck, and the right choice quite often gives you either more space or more time. Now, 30 of Reinhart's 57 regular season goals from last year were via the catch and release, but the assumption is all of them were just these slam dunk one-timers in the slot. And yes, he had a lot of them, but what makes him unique is his ability to convert in situations where he can't execute a clean one-timer. Watch him take a first touch here while turning his hips so he could get a shot off on the second touch. Or here, where if he one-times it gets deflected out of play. Instead, he feels the stick and pulls it in towards his feet before releasing. In short, he's not just hammering pucks no matter what, he's thinking on the fly and choosing the best option given the variables. While it may seem Reinhart just treats the puck like a hot potato, when the situation calls for it, he excels at lugging the mail. We've already broke down Sam's cup clinching goal on our Instagram, but it's a perfect example of playing at his own pace. Watch how Sam immediately looks to Montour upon puck receival. This keeps Kulak from pinching and in the middle of the ice, because he perceives an incoming 2-on-1. Montour decides to exit stage left, and thus Sam regulates his pace and stays right up against the boards, essentially buying time knowing he's without help. This allows Verhaeghe the chance to catch up, busting through the middle. Sam's active eyes convince Kulak once again Verhaeghe is a threat, and as soon as Kulak moves to the middle, Sam angles towards the net. Sam manufactured two threats with his eyes and his body language, both of which really never were dangerous. If he didn't slow this play down and just bust up the wall, it's a one-on-one with Kulak, which he probably loses. Instead, he buys himself a legit chance and buries low glove. This is much easier said than done, especially in the playoffs, but this wrap goal was another masterclass of patience. If we run it back, we see Reinhart opt to not chip the initial touch in. Rather, he takes it out of the zone. This is old school coach strike number 1. Then he has a chance to hit Luosterainen, but this would still be a 1-on-2, so he stares him off and cuts back to actually wait for more reinforcements from the bench. Old school strike number 2. With Toronto flat-footed, he can attack the blue line and go backhand pop with the stick. Strike 3. With all the time he bought, he goes indirect to a fresh cat, and the rest is history. Sure, there is slightly more risk to this play, and many coaches wouldn't like it, but Rhino knows the upside far outweighs the downside. Now, in some situations, Reinhart won't have look-off options to use as decoys. Take this short-handed rush, for example. He knows McAvoy is a better skater and he won't have a chance to beat him wide. Instead, he simply waits for McAvoy to make the first move. As soon as Charlie pokes, he pops the puck through the triangle and releases on the other side. He probably could have skated faster, but he knows the triangle is his best chance of getting inside on Charlie. So he counts for this and regulates his speed. In scenarios where Sam doesn't have the ability to keep the puck on his own stick, he moves it to places where his teammates can keep possession. In this example, Reinhart begins to feel pressure of the D stepping up and also a back checker. Instead of getting greedy, he uses the cross-corner dump, which allows for Hagee to keep possession. In every film room, coaches would praise a subtle play like this. Not so much for this next play. We can see Rhino is going in for a loose puck here. He knows he has a guy on his back and he sees a D is engaging. Knowing he's essentially doubled, he makes an educated guess that someone will be open. He blindly throws the puck back into soft ice. It may not have been a perfect pass, but it's that decision that kept the play alive. And while it won't work every time, and old school coaches might hate the blind pass, Rhino knows that if you move the puck as soon as you're doubled, the long-term odds are in your favor. It's a skill to know when you are doubled and where to dispose the puck, and Rhino has it. There's just so much more that highlights Reinhart's incredible hockey IQ, like his ability to get open and his defensive skills. So please like and comment if you'd like to see part 2. Also, if not Reinhart, who do you think is the smartest player in the NHL? Finally, if you're interested in elevating your own mental game, comment Hockey IQ, and let's collaborate on how you could think the game more effectively through our individual analysis training.